How much do you actually need to save for your very first home? This is actually a pretty big misconception that a lot of clients I talk to that are buying their first home, they think they need 20% down to buy a home. Now, it's great to have 20% down to buy a home, but it's not a requirement. You think about that number on a $400,000 house, 20% down, that's $80,000. Now, for different loan products, there are conventional loan products that are 3% down. There is the FHA, which is technically the first time homebuyer loan, which is 3.5% down. And then there's VA loans and USDA loans that have 0% down options. So there's a pretty big difference between 3% on a $400,000 house is 12 grand versus 20% down, which is 80 grand. That's a lot of money. Now, obviously, there's typically other dollar amounts that are involved in a real estate transaction with closing costs, appraisal, home inspection, things like that. But those can be negotiated in a real estate transaction. Sometimes the seller is able or willing to help out with those things. So what I don't want is I don't want a buyer to spend the next 2, 3, 4 years saving up for a 20% down payment when they could actually be in a home sooner than that. So there's options for lots of buyers. So this is my homework for you today on this video is look at, write down the number of the home that you feel like you're going to be in that range and multiply that by 3% and then multiply that by 3 and then do the same number again and multiply it by 3.5%. So you can see the difference between a 3% and a 3.5% down loan and about how much money we're going to need to look at saving for you to have that down payment. And tomorrow's video, we're going to actually start talking about what it looks like to actually start building that savings account. So hopefully this is helpful for you, sheds a little bit of light on how much money you really need for that down payment. And we'll be talking again real soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.